Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Let's Play Bloons Wiki Deluxe Edition. In this episode, we're on the second part, second part of the hard mode challenge thing. I better have a better name for that by the end of this. But alright, so we're going on Bloonhenge on hard mode, and it feels like it's been a really long time since I've played on this stage, and that's kind of because it has been a really long time since I played on this stage, and I'm going to use a strategy that's definitely probably not the best idea. This position, the way that the arc is, well, I don't know, maybe it is a good idea. Again, I don't have the best tower placement, haven't looked up any videos on it, haven't studied where the best placement for towers is. I just kind of go with the flow, wing it. And if I lose, then that sucks, but I'll just deal with it and go on to something else. So, today is episode 97, right? I think, yes. Yeah, today's 97, episode 97. Tomorrow, obviously, will be 98, and guess what? The day after that is 99. But, Friday should be episode 100, which will be kind of a really important episode, for probably like 2 or 3 reasons. First reason is it's my 100th episode of Bloons Star Defense, which is pretty awesome. I really didn't think that well, okay, I guess I kind of did think that I would get this far. It sounds kind of selfish, not necessarily selfish, but like self-righteous or proud, I guess, bragging that I feel like, oh yeah, of course I knew I was going to do 100 episodes, but no, there was a point, probably around episode 15 really, when I felt like, man, no one's really watching this, I don't really care about it, I'm just going to stop. And then eventually people were like, oh hey, I like this series, you should continue. I was like, I guess if I have to. And now I'm like, man, I still got like 200 plus episodes to go. This is going to be ridiculous. Like, if I'm going to really do all those 200 random challenges, plus the few special missions that I haven't done, plus any random challenges that you guys send me, like, that's going to be a while. That's probably looking at like 300 episodes, really. Man, that's, yeah, or 300 more episodes. So I might get to 500 episodes in this one series. If I got to 500 episodes, that'd be pretty cool. And this is still only episode 97, so I should probably be talking about all this on episode 100. And I'll probably repeat myself on episode 100. So yay for repeating myself, I guess. But anyways, even though, again, I should be saying this on episode 100 and not episode 97, but for those of you that have been watching for no matter how long, even if this is your first episode, thank you for watching. I know that I went back and watched my first episode, and I was not exactly the most interesting person in the world. So I know that, I mean, some of you may, like, if this really is your first episode, then you wouldn't have, like, gone through that process of watching me back then and then think, oh yeah, this is someone to stick with and watch and stuff, but I have no idea. I should be saving this for episode 100, but thank you all for watching. I know I say that at the end of every episode, but still, I really do mean it. So, anyways, back to Bloons. In this episode, I'm going to use Glaive Ricochet because I feel like it, and that's pretty much it. Like I said before, I'm just kind of winging it, and I'll see where it goes because, like the last episode, before the episode actually started, I just sort of told myself, you know what? Don't overthink it. Just go with it. You've got over 100 episodes. Well, not over 100 episodes. Well, technically, if you consider Bloons Monkey City and Bloons Star Defense Battles, I have over 100 episodes under my belt. And really, I know that there's a couple episodes where I did like episode 57, part 1 and part 2, or some episodes that I just didn't count as episodes or something. So this probably is the 100th episode, or past the 100th episode. So yeah, thank you for 100 episodes. But anyways, yeah, I've got all that experience. Surely I'll figure out what to do at some point. I have actually lost a couple episodes, if you remember. Those were kind of those part 1s and part 2s. But, yeah, sure, I'll figure something out. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. I tend to figure things out. And the Monkey Ace was kind of just a split second, you know what, I feel like using a monkey ace, and then now I'm using a monkey ace, so huzzah, I guess. I'm using a monkey ace. This is going to be one interesting episode for me, I suppose, because I have no idea what I'm doing. I know that the Glaive Ricochet is a good path buster, and good lead popper, I guess. Not really the best lead popper, but it's able to pop lead because of its Glaive, or Red Hot Rings upgrade. But it's really good at clump busting because of its Glaive Ricochet effect and all that. I would actually like to get another ice tower. I mean, not another, because I haven't placed one yet, but... oh no, I'm losing lives. Oh well. Only 6, that's not that bad. But once I get Never Miss Targeting, which is actually going to be in like 5 or 7 or more rounds, because it costs, wow, 2,375, that's really expensive. But once I get to Never Miss Targeting, then the Monkey Ace will be much more useful. But right now, the Glaive Ricochet is getting pretty much everything. Of course, right now I don't have camo detection. But again, because I'm using the Glaive Ricochet, which actually, you know, I feel like switching that over to a Bionic Boomer. Just because Glaive Ricochet, I always say yeah, I really love Glaive Ricochet, it's pretty good. But then, as just one Glaive Ricochet, it's not really the best. Which, you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna sell the Monkey Ace and get another Glaive Ricochet because I feel like it. Really, that's all my thoughts on that. Just because the Glaive Ricochet is better in groups or in packs, I guess you could say. So having multiple would be pretty good because then that increases the layers that it's shredding off. Not necessarily doubling it, but adding 2 every time you add a Glaive Ricochet. So here, for something that has, like, I'm guessing about 10 layers maybe, if you have these 2 or 3 Glaive Ricochet, each with double Renga, then that's 4 or 6 layers that are getting shaved off each time they throw the Glaive. Which again, I don't know exactly how fast they throw it, so I can't really say per second how many it is, but it is pretty good. But their weakness is that they don't have very fast attack speed. So for some pink Bloons or rainbow Bloons or something, if they just zoom in really fast, then they might just skip past the Glaive Ricochet, which has happened a couple times in the past. But having multiple definitely helps with that because you have that different arc or range to get the pink Bloons or just any other fast Bloons. But obviously, once it does connect, then it'll be able to shred through basically everything else. So then, again, another problem they have is with lead, because for some reason the lead seems to be able to just stop their dang it, I'm still gonna miss some. Seems to be able to stop their ricochet effect. That was actually, man, I feel like my nose is stuffed and I'm about to sneeze or something. But I was actually hoping to get the Monkey Village before round 33, but obviously I wasn't paying too much attention to that. Paying attention to what round number. And again, after round 33, I don't really know when the next camo wave is going to appear, or when the next camo balloon is going to appear, because I really wasn't planning on not having camo detection this far. I usually do get camo detection pretty early, and if you have enough money, you could get through round 33 with just a bunch of road spikes. It's not that difficult, but obviously it does cost quite a bit of money. Round 42, I know, has some camo balloons, but I'm pretty sure there was something that came up before that. That I remember the wave ends with just a couple white camo balloons, but I don't remember what wave that was on, if it's before or after round 42. But I do remember that round 42 has some rainbow regrow and then a couple rainbow camo that are pretty dangerous. It is a pretty difficult round, I guess, if you're not prepared for it, but with this many, or with 3 Glaive Ricochet, as long as you have, okay, here it is. What round is this? I don't know how many that was. So 37, round 37, okay, good. I had enough road spikes. But round 37, I need to remember that. that's when the second wave of camos comes in. And obviously there weren't that many camos, there's just a couple white balloons, which isn't that bad, so. Alright, let's see. Now that I've got camo detection, I don't need to worry about those. So round 42 should go by pretty quickly. And another thing, the Glaive Ricochet are good against regrow balloons if you have enough Glaive Ricochet. So that's good. And let's see. My next problem is Moab busting because I don't have very good Moab defenses. Glaive Ricochet, like I said, it's good against long streams of balloons and clumps of balloons, but it's not very good against single strong balloons like the Moab. It also has a little bit of a problem with the ceramic, but you can just solve that problem by throwing in a couple extra Glaive Ricochet, which I'm about to do. But that still leaves me open to the Moab, and it's actually coming up pretty soon, so I'll have to do something about that. Usually I go with the Moab Maulers for the Moab destruction, obviously. But now I'm thinking I want to go with something else, because, let's see, I do have good clump busting and path busting because of the Glaive Ricochet, so that would cover the weakness of the Sniper Monkey. So I guess I could go with the Sniper Monkey, because obviously that it would have its weakness covered, and then that would also cover the weakness of the Glaive Ricochet. However, that is also really expensive. You know what, just for one round, I will use a bomb tower, and I'll upgrade it to the Moab Assassin, and use that to cover this first Moab that appears, because I can use the Moab Assassin ability to just easily get rid of that one Moab. But you know what, I'll try to see how long I can hold on to that, because I do want to focus a little bit more on Glaive Ricochet at the moment, so I'll build another one just in case. Still going to cost another round or two until I have enough for that 5th Glaive Ricochet. But let's see, because with 5 Glaive Ricochet, that's 10 layers that you're shaving off each throw, which is pretty awesome. But let's see, round 45, almost done. It'll be the Moab next round. Go through this lead, which actually should be enough, yeah, for the Glaive Ricochet. Now once it starts, you can use the Moab Assassin ability to break through that Moab layer, and then just release the few camos, or not the camos, ceramics that come out of it, and then the Glaive Ricochet can just easily destroy those. So, I'm thinking of sticking maybe with the Moab Assassin on this side. I don't want to use it as its main attacking force, because when the Moab Assassin attacks, it's obviously going to kind of disrupt the stream that the Glaive Ricochet are attacking. So that would be a little bit bothersome, I guess. But let's see, I can't fit more Glaive Ricochet on this rock. Let's see, yeah, I guess I could just stick with those 5, and then just line up a couple Moab Assassins on this side. Yeah, I guess that could work. Just because the Glaive Ricochet, they are pretty good against all other balloon types. It's just the Moabs that they have trouble with. And then the Moab Assassin obviously excels against that, so that should be good. If I am going to stick with just Moab Assassins for my Moab busting, then by the time I get to round, 64, then that's 8 Moabs I have to take down. Which means I'm going to need 8 Moab Assassins, which really, if I'm only spending money on Moab Assassins, that shouldn't be that much, because that's, alright, well that actually is kind of expensive. That's 5,395 per Moab Assassin. Spend that one. And there's only 2 Moabs on this track, so just having 2 Moab Assassins is fine. Just wait for that second one to come out, and then wait for it, and there we go. Alright, because, let's see, the Moab Assassin ability does take kind of a while to recharge, but there's not usually that many Moabs at a time on any given level. I think round 64 is the one that has the 8 Moabs, and then that's the highest density of Moabs, if I can remember correctly. At least as far as I can remember. Let's see. Obviously there are a couple more on other stages, but not too many. So let's see. I'm not sure exactly how well I can keep this up, because I really don't like using just abilities, because I've mentioned before in other videos that I prefer all of my popping power to be consistent. I don't want to have to rely on an activated ability that has a cooldown. I just want to be able to pop everything and know that I will be able to pop everything, because as you can see, I was almost out of Moab Assassin abilities, and there could have been another Moab. I wasn't paying that much attention to, I haven't memorized how many Moabs there are on each track. So obviously here, right now, I need a Moab Assassin ability, and don't have one, although, you know what? Alright, so that was actually a wasted ability, but, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try doing this with just a bunch of Glaive Ricochet. I'm just gonna build, instead of a bunch of Moab Assassins, I'm gonna build a bunch of Glaive Ricochet. So I can use that one. That's fine. Because I'm selling these. Oh, wait, that's not the sell button. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna try, like I said, with just a bunch of Glaive Ricochet. Because if you have enough Glaive Ricochet, then you can actually take down a Moab. As far as the BFB and the ZOMG, that I just realized is going to be a little bit harder, and I should have waited until I knew that I had enough, but obviously that was enough, so I can take down Moabs with just a bunch of Glaive Ricochet, which is pretty awesome. I should probably try to upgrade these to Glaive Lord, so that the glaives that spin around the monkey can also help pop Moabs, and that would be pretty helpful. But that is a lot more expensive, and really the only other benefit would be camo detection, but the balloons, or the monkeys already have camo detection because of the monkey village. So I don't think that's going to be a very good idea at the moment. Maybe later when I have more money. And I'm not using a banana farm on this track, which is pretty interesting because beforehand, on the last track, I did use a banana farm, obviously, and it was very helpful in getting me a whole bunch more money than I needed. I had so much money, I was so well defended, it was ridiculous. I had an extra Temple of the Monkey God. Like, that's a lot of money to have extra. So let's see. How many did I spend? Or how many did I buy? That's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 21. So that's 21 Glaive Ricochet, which means 42 Glaives, which again, as fast as they're attacking, that's pretty destructive. Obviously you can take down a BFB without even getting halfway, which is pretty amazing. And again, the thing that I love about Glaive Ricochet, especially when you swarm them like this, is that there's no limit to how many balloons they can pop, as far as I can tell. So whether there's 1 Moab or 100 Moabs, each of those glaives should ricochet from one Moab to the next and be able to pop all of them. So once you're able to defeat 1 BFB or 1 Moab, then you know you can beat 100 BFBs or 100 Moabs, which is one of my favorite qualities about the Glaive Ricochet. However, obviously you do need a lot of Glaive Ricochet, 21 as far as I know, in order to defeat a BFB, or in order to defeat 100 BFBs, which, again, it would take a lot more snipers than it would Glaive Ricochet in order to defeat the BFB as easily as I did, and the snipers would cost a lot more. Now this is now round 63, which is the ceramic clumps, which are no match for all of these Glaive Ricochet, because like I said, the glaives will just ricochet off of all of those ceramics in the ceramic clump and just totally destroy it, which is pretty awesome. Let's see, I'm just going to build a couple more because I don't know how well this is going to do against the ZOMG, which is the really tough one, the biggest blimp in the game. Now, again, how many did I just build? I think that was 3, so that should be 24 that I have. And again, here, you can see already down here on the bottom, the Moabs are getting destroyed. But let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, Okay, okay. Story time, I guess. Not really story time, but in college/school, I guess, I was a math major, and I like math, and I'm still good at math. But for some reason, I'm really bad at counting things. Like, I just get ADD, I guess, and I lose track of what number I'm on really easily. So even if I count things like 10... Hold on, I need to stop talking while I'm counting in order to count this correctly. Alright, so that's 10, 14, 19, 22, 23, 24. Okay, so there's 24. I just need one more in order to make 25 Glaive Ricochet, which means 50 layers per amount of time it takes to throw. So, now that I have 25, I'm going to use Monkey Intelligence Bureau, which doesn't do anything because they're already able to pop every type of balloon. But then I'm going to get the Monkey Intelligence Bureau Call to Arms ability to double the attack speed and popping power, which again doesn't really do anything, of all nearby towers but 10 seconds. So because all 25 of them are within the range of the Monkey Village, or now the Monkey Intelligence Bureau, when I use that ability, they'll be able to attack with double speed, which coupled with their double Renga means that that's basically the equivalent of 100 Glaive throwers. Or 100 Glaive Ricochet, which is pretty awesome because double Renga already doubles their efficiency. So the 25 of them are as if they were 50, and then doubling it again to 100. That's a lot of layers, which obviously is still going to make it pretty tough, and I'm definitely going to save before round 85, but I think they can handle it. I think this will be good enough, and I probably could have spaced out the Glaive throwers to make them a little bit better placement, or just look nicer, I guess. But I think this is going to be it. This is going to be all of my defense. And clearly, I mean, I did lose a couple lives because of a lack of camo detection, and just in general at the very beginning, partly because of the Monkey Ace. I did leak a couple balloons, but if you're just careful about that and use a couple more road spikes than I did, you could probably do this with no lives lost and just Glaive Ricochet, Glaive throwers, and of course the Monkey Village, which is very important, and double Renga, which is also very important. So yes, I am technically using a couple deluxe upgrades, but you know my philosophy on deluxe upgrades hopefully by now, unless this is your first episode. Basically, I just don't mind deluxe upgrades too much. I don't consider them cheating, because I did technically earn them through the monkey money, and also the bigger beacon, obviously that helped, deluxe upgrade. That helped with getting all of these monkeys within the range of the monkey village. And this is round 70, which is just a big stream of, I think, rainbow camo balloons, but you can't really tell because these Glaive Ricochet are just destroying them all. But let's see, then, okay, there's just a couple of Moabs at the end of this round, but all these Glaive Ricochet are enough to destroy a Moab, which is pretty awesome. I keep saying that, but I do really think it's that cool. So, let's see, I'm already rank 59, and I think I do remember there was some episode that I don't remember which episode it was, where I mentioned that I needed to be rank 60 for the final track that you play on, and I made some estimate on what episode number I was going to get to rank 60 on, but I'm pretty sure I passed that estimate. I think I guessed like episode 80 or something, and now we're already almost on episode 100 and I'm still getting up to rank 60. So that'd be pretty interesting if anyone could remember back then, or if they would just go back and find that episode. That'd be pretty cool. But let's see. So round 73, still 12 more rounds, obviously, until round 85, which is the final round because it's on hard, which I guess you could call hard mode because it says mode hard right here, so it's the hard mode. Makes sense. Alright, so let's see. And I don't think there's anything that could actually beat this defense except a ZOMG. Like, I mean, obviously I'm able to defeat a BFB and Moabs, so like I said, if you can defeat one BFB, you can defeat 100 BFBs with this Glaive Ricochet defense. So I don't think there's anything I have to worry about until round 85, which I don't even know exactly how much I need to worry about it, especially if I'm able to get the Call to Arms ability, which, like I said, basically doubles my effectiveness but it is only for a couple seconds, so I'm gonna wait until the ZOMG gets a little bit further into my defenses to where all of my Glaive Ricochet can attack it and then activate it, just to be sure that I'm getting the full effect out of it. But obviously that will kind of pose the problem of, you know, waiting until I'm at full capacity, I guess. Like I said earlier, I'm definitely going to save before round 85. And again, leave in the comments what you think about this episode length, whether or not this like 35-minute episode is okay, or if I need to cut down on some things by fast forwarding or starting at a later level, like starting on round 50 or something. I don't know, or just skipping like all these rounds where I'm just sitting here waiting. Let me know if you want me to just fast forward these rounds where, like I said, I'm just sitting here waiting and not buying anything, not building anything, not selling anything. Let me know if you want me to just fast forward through these levels when nothing's really changing, because I'm probably going to end up using the strategy again at some point. So let me know in the comments. And again, if you're not able to comment, you should look up a video. I'll try to remember to put a link. I said it in the last episode that I was going to put a link, but you have to link your Google Plus account with your YouTube account, or sign up for Google Plus and all that in order to comment, because of the new YouTube Google Plus system, which I know a lot of people are complaining about, and it's a big change and it sucks and blah blah blah. But at least try to give it a chance. I mean, I know that there are problems where people are able to draw pictures that are not exactly appropriate for any age in the comments, but you also, one, you have to click expand this comment in order to see the whole picture, and two, you have the option to report that picture or that comment, report it for abuse, which I highly recommend you do, because I do know of a certain YouTuber that I don't know if I should name that is sort of encouraging the abuse of the comments to let Google know the problems with it. But I encourage you to report the abuse of the comments to remind everyone, hey, you can stop the people that spam terrible images and comments and stuff. So remember that while it is lame that now they are able to post those kinds of comments, it's great that now we have the power to report them. And I think we've always had the power to report a comment that I don't know how many people actually use, but my general opinion is that it's but I guess it's tolerable, or it's acceptable, I guess. Not sure if that's the right word, but in a sense it's okay if people are able to post something inappropriate if you have the ability to report them and in a sense punish them for posting something inappropriate, if that makes sense. Like, you have the option to do something you're not supposed to, but if you do something you're not supposed to, then you will face the consequences of that, if that makes sense. So, also right now, I have almost enough money for the Monkey Intelligence Bureau called ARMS. So if I place a monkey village, then, okay, I don't quite have enough money, so that didn't work, but, alright, that's fine. I have not Monkey Intelligence Bureau, I have the Monkey Tycoon, so I sell things for the exact amount of money that I paid for them. So that's why that works, or what would have worked, is that once I get just about enough, or once I do have enough, place the monkey village to decrease the amount of money it costs to buy the upgrade. Then I buy the upgrade and sell the monkey village that I spent, so that now I've got even more money that I can sit on because I'm not going to do anything with it. And now I'm going to activate the Monkey Call to Arms ability just to use it, and I've got 6 rounds, so I'm sure that's enough time to recharge. And even if it's not, because I have Monkey Tycoon, I can sell the Monkey Intelligence Bureau and then rebuild it for the same amount of price, or same amount of money that I bought it for, except for the Monkey Village, so that it's still worth the same. It's fine, but I have enough money where I can buy all that, or sell it and rebuy it in order to re-get the upgrade, or the ability, which is pretty cool. It resets the cooldown. And I think because I have so many Glaive Ricochet and they have double Renga, so there's all those glaives throwing around, I think that's what's lowering the frame rate, or making the game lag a little bit. Just because of all those objects on the screen flying around, which I think is kind of cool when, well, I don't think it's cool when the system can't handle what it's doing, but I do think it's kind of cool when there's so much happening on the screen that the system can't quite handle it. Like, it sort of shows the intensity of a moment to me in a video game, like whether it be a computer game like this, Bloons Star Defense, or one of the most notable things that I remember is in the game Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. If you've ever played that game, without giving any spoilers, there's a point where there's a whole horde of enemies coming after you while you're running down this rampway thing, and it was just such a cool moment to me to see that the game kind of started to lag. Maybe it was just my Wii or my copy of the game or whatever, but to see that the game had a bit of trouble handling all the enemies that you were facing, it was sort of a cool, impactful moment to me, thinking that like I'm up against so many people, the game can't even handle it, but I am going to be able to defeat these enemies. Like, that kind of idea is kind of cool to me. Even if that technically was kind of like a, hey, you're supposed to be able to handle, the system is supposed to be able to handle all the enemies that are descending at you, but whatever. Some people could see that as a bad thing. I see it as a kind of cool thing, a sort of cinematic moment of, this is a really strong enemy that you're facing type of event. And I kind of see that it applies to this game as well, but kind of on a lesser value because obviously I'd like to get through this episode faster. And the frame rate is going pretty slow, which is kind of bothering me, which if you saw last, I was going to say last week's, but yesterday's episode, this Monday, episode of Bloons Star Defense Battles, how it was going so slow. And it was still a short episode, but it was just, the game was going so slow. It was just frustrating me. It was kind of like, not necessarily, oh, the enemy is so strong that's slowing down the game, but it was like, no, it was just going so slow. And it wasn't the frame rate, it was just the game. It was just frustrating even to think about it now, a day later. But anyways, on to this, back onto Bloons. I'm now on 82, which apparently is a bunch of regrow camo rainbows. Say that 5 times fast, even though it's not that hard to say 5 times fast. It's just regrow camo rainbows, regrow camo, I don't know what I'm saying, blah blah blah. Anyways, so here's a bunch of Moabs, or not, these aren't Moabs, these are BFBs that will drop Moabs. And another random comment, if any of you want to play Bloons Star Defense co-op on the web version, or Bloons Star Defense Battles, send me a message on YouTube. I know that I say, oh yeah, send me a message, I'll reply to you, and then I hardly ever check the inbox, or I do check it pretty often. It's just that there are times when I'm like, oh yeah, I'll send you a message, reply when you're ready, and then I'll go do something for like 10 minutes and forget that I'm supposed to be checking my inbox every minute to make sure that you're replying or something. But I did try doing Bloons Star Defense Battles with one of my subscribers, and it wasn't working, and I also just remembered that and said that we would retry the same time, and I think it's almost the same time that I should be trying, but I'm recording episodes. But anyways, sorry if I keep you waiting, just in general to any of you, and to the specific person that I may or may not be keeping waiting right now, just because the YouTube inbox doesn't really have any way of letting you know that, oh hey, you have a message, or at least not that I've figured out. I use Yahoo email, and that gives me a little notification like, oh hey, you just received a new email from so-and-so, you should check that. So that's generally how I keep up with that. Or Steam, if you use Steam, the game site thing, which I recommend. If any of you enjoy video games, you should check out Steam. I could also use that to contact you, to have some kind of chat IM with you to figure things out better. So if you, like, relating this to the whole topic I'm talking about, if any of you do want to play Bloons Star Defense Battles, or Bloons Star Defense Co-op, or even Terraria, or pretty much any other game that we are able to play together, if you have Steam, that would be helpful, just so that we have an easy chat IM to contact each other on, and don't have to wait for the YouTube inbox, which isn't always efficient. So if you do have Steam, send me a message on YouTube, which I think I explained in this episode, or maybe yesterday's Terraria video. But in order to send me a message on YouTube, you go to my channel page, which you just click on my name, Patrick Ochoa, at the bottom of the video. From there, you click on About, which should be kind of near the top of the screen, maybe a little bit like top third of the screen. Should say some about tab or something. Then it'll take you to another page, and you click on send message. You can find that on the page. It should be about the middle bottom-ish. I'm terrible at instructions, but that will send you to a page where you can send me basically like an email on YouTube. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about messages and inbox and all that, send me a message on YouTube. Let me know your Steam account name so that I can add you as a friend, and or you can add me as a friend. And then we can chat via Steam and discuss when we can play Bloons Side Defense Battles and or Bloons Co-op. And let me know if you want me to record it. Just in general, it'd be nice to not have to record it, because I wouldn't have to talk through all of it and it wouldn't take up room on my computer and all that. But if you do want me to record it and post it as a video, then that's fine, I can do that. But Bloons Side Defense Battles, I haven't been able to get it to work as far as playing with anyone in a private match. I kind of briefly looked over the forums to see if there was anything regarding some kind of bug with the battles, and I didn't see anything. And it was just a brief overlook, so I'm sure there's probably something about it. But at the moment, I have no idea what's going on with Bloons Side Defense Battles, if there is a problem with it, or if I just don't know how to use it. So if you've done private battles with people and you know what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do, and then we do try it and it's not working, then you'll know that something's wrong. But anyways, pretty much all that is just me talking about something, because this game is going on forever. It's taking so long to get to round 85, but almost there, and hopefully the game doesn't lag out so much at that point. But oh well, I'm almost there. Almost done. Almost done. Alright, just a couple more Moabs to deal with. Come on. Almost there. Almost there. And done. Alright, so save the game. And let's go. ZOMG, and with just one ZOMG, it shouldn't lag too much. It might lag a little bit just because of how many glaives are going to be on the screen, especially when I activate the Call to Arms ability. But once all the monkeys are attacking it, then I'll start up the Call to Arms ability, so just a little bit. One more monkey, there we go. Alright, so now they're all attacking with double speed and double Rengas, and hopefully that'll be enough to actually defeat this thing, because I can tell it's taking a lot of hits. Oh man. Alright, so I'm somewhat still confident. Maybe not. I think I might actually lose this, but it's fine. I saved right beforehand so I can sell all these and build Super Monkey. Actually, I don't even need to sell them all. I can already tell this isn't going to work. So, well, actually it might. So I'm still going to place it over here. Let's see. Just building this off to the side because I don't want to give up hope quite yet, because obviously there's still a chance. Always remember, it's never over until it's over. But it's probably over. Yeah, okay, it's over. I'm gonna build this hopefully as like a last ditch effort to save my game, but I did save right beforehand, so it's okay. I might lose, losing a couple lives, and yeah, alright. So I saved right beforehand, which is fine. So obviously you can't defeat the ZOMG with only 25 Glaive Ricochet, even if they do have double Renga and all that. So that's kind of lame, but oh well. Let's see, put that in the range of the Monkey Village. Get that. Alright, so this should be fine. I should be able to do it now. Oh hey, I don't have the Call to Arms ability for some reason, but oh well. With that Super Monkey, that should be enough. It should count as a more than double speed 25 double Renga Bloon or Glaive Ricochet, so that should be fine. Yeah, because clearly you can tell that it's already taking much more damage than it did before, and the BFBs appeared so much earlier, so yeah, I'm fine with this one Robo Monkey, which is kind of interesting to see how big of a difference the Robo Monkey made, which is pretty cool, but oh well. Alright, so finally this episode's over. Remember to comment on all the things I talked about, or at least all the things you heard, because I know some of you just skipped around on the episode, which is fine, I suppose, I guess. No feelings hurt, I suppose. But anyways, alright, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.